I have one question. That is, we have already heard whatever you have said to us, explained to us. Sir, uske बावजूद, I would like to personally ask you why students will go for company secretaryship in today's time. How much beneficial is this for the students, and how tough is this? As you have already said, every after 5 years you are changing the syllabus. Yeah.
Our course is not an easy course. It's a tough course. Approximately around 20%, 22% उस तरह के pass percentage है for each of the years, executive as well as professional. Why I'm telling you the importance of the CS is because of that जो growth potential हो रहा है इंडिया का, जो इस हिसाब से growth हो रहा है, मैक्सिमम जो है कैपिटल मार्केट की कंट्रीब्यूशन होगी. कैपिटल मार्केट इन्वेस्टर आएगा, एंड वेयर एवर इन्वेस्टमेंट इज कमिंग इन, वन प्रोफेशन विच विल कम टू द माइंड ऑफ एनीबडी इज दैट ऑफ अ कंपनी सेक्रेटरी. मैं इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा था दैट कंपनी सेक्रेटरी विल बी वन ऑफ द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग प्रोफेशन इन द इयर्स टू कम. देयर वाज a news item couple of days back in one of the newspapers. My friend told me where the CFO of a company has said CS Institute has gone, you have driven huge strides, and the way they are expanding, sooner we will have CFOs also reporting to the company secretaries, and therefore I feel that this would be a great opportunity for students joining the course. And I'm sure there is today, I don't think there is any student having passed out who is unemployed. The demand for professionals over here, on an average they get about, even in Calcutta they get about 5 to 6 lakhs annual package.
True.
So that is reasonably good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Friends who are on the dais. My extreme left is Rupanjana Day. She is from Kolkata and she is a central council member of the institute and my council colleague. My left, immediate left, is Mr. Ashish Mohan. He is the secretary at the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. To my immediate right is Mr. Sandeep Kejriwal. He is also a council member from Calcutta, and incidentally he is the program director for today's program. To my extreme right is Mr. Mohit Shah. He is the chairman of the Regional Council of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. He is also based from Kolkata. Quickly, there are two areas for a company secretary. One, he can be in employment as a company secretary, where he heads the compliance and the governance function of every company, or he can also be into practice. I am a practicing company secretary, so are the members on the dais. All of them are practicing company secretaries. But we felt that there is also need for having programs for the corporate secretaries, identifying the role which they play. And today's theme, if you look at there, it is on CS, on corporate governance for Viksit Bharat, how we can transform the corporate governance for Viksit Bharat. That is the theme for today's and tomorrow. This is a 1.5 day program which is going to be held here. Basically, if you look at the institute, we have 3 levels of functioning. One, at the top is the central council. I am the president of the institute. My name is B Narasimhan, and we have 15 elected members and 5 government nominees in the central council. This is the policy making decision for the institute. And then we have the regional council. We have 4 regional council: north, east, west, south, and north, east, west, south. And we have all India level. We have about 73,000 members and around 2 lakh students. Then the last grade is a chapter level. That is that we have got chapters in 73 chapters are there. We have opened. The last one was in Gandhinagar in Gift City. It has been opened, and this chapter meets with the demands of the students over there, the members over there, conducts programs for them. We have, as I told you, we got about 2 lakh students and about 73,000 members. In the city of Calcutta, we have about 2,780 members, and we have about, in the entire West Bengal, we have about 4,135 members. And in the entire eastern region comprises of West Bengal, Odisha, the Bihar, Jharkhand, and northeastern states. So all including Assam, etc., will be coming in. We have about 6,900 members. And number of students in the city of Kolkata is about 6,900 students. And in the entire West Bengal is about 9,800 odd students. And in the entire eastern region, the number of students is about 20,700 odd students. Having said this, there are 3 levels of examination. First is for a student to complete the course. The first one is the CSET, that's a more of an entrance examination. That's objective type questions are asked, and that is the first level. A student who passed the 12th examination can join the course and write the entrance examination called the CSET. Once he completes the CSET, then he has to register himself for the executive course, that's the second level of examination. A graduate from any field other than fine arts can directly join the executive examination. A graduate need not write the entrance examination called the CSET, directly join the executive examination. So register for the executive examination. And then once you pass the executive, then you are required to do a training for about 21 months. And once you complete the training, you can also, in fact, training is mandatory, but you can join the professional, take up the professional course anytime after completing the CS executive examination. So currently we have about 1400 odd students who are writing for the professional examination in the city of Calcutta, and we have about 5400 odd students writing for executive examination, and we have more than 15 to 20,000 students writing the CSET examination, past the 5 trillion mark. And we are currently doing over 4 trillion. In 2025 they wanted to do, thanks to COVID, that's not been achievable. But anyway, the government is now aiming to be 10 trillion by 2030. What does it mean? It means that we will become the 3rd largest economy in the world after China, after US and China. So that is the position we are planning to occupy. That's the government aim, and we are working towards that. And if you want to see the reasoning behind it, why it is going to be beneficial for the profession, we find that the capital market is given a big boost. The capital market, which was around, in fact, the index, if you want to measure the robustness of the capital market, one of the main, this thing is the index itself. The index, which was about 25,000, BSE index, which was 25,000 10 years back, is now crossed 80,000 in a matter of 10 years. And the pundits who really predict what's happening in the market, their expectation is India will touch the 150,000 index by 2030. So this is the expectation from the people who are there in the market, and I'm sure it's an absolute possibility, not a distinct possibility, it's an absolute possibility. And when we talk about the capital market, the one profession which will come to the mind of anybody is that of the company secretary, because he is always heading the compliance part of the capital market. As far as SEBI is concerned, as far as the company law is concerned, these are 2 crucial areas where the company secretaries play a very, very vital role. And of course, the corporate governance. Corporate governance, is to say the least, is one of the most important aspect of it, and we call ourselves the governance professional. And let me touch on some of the other activity. We are also planning to have a international conference in Middle East on the 4th, 5th, 6th of September. This is responsible investment for sustainable future. I'm sure all of you would realize that there's a great importance which is coming about on ESG, environment and social governance. And that is again, the G20 meet which was held in India a couple of years back highlighted the need for having this ESG in place in all the countries, and India is also committed to become carbon free by 2030. So we expect that ESG is a very important role, and most of the investors, foreign investors, when they make the investment, they are looking at that they are making an investment only in those companies which are looking at sustaining the environment for the future. So that is the most important thing. We have seen the havoc which the climate change is making across the world. So this is going to be held on 4th, 5th of September. And we also have an international conference every year. We started 3 years back. This year we had the 3rd international conference in Singapore. We have already had 2 international conferences, one in UK and one in UAE. And this year we had in Singapore. And I'm mighty pleased to inform you that we had more than 100 members from India who travelled from India to Singapore for attending the conference, and that again was based on where was it? Actually, it's not okay. Initiatives for the students.